Maths homework, Term 1, Year 6, 2015. We're looking at writing a story to match the mathematical operation. So our two goals here are for students to begin to solve operations with missing values, as well as students making links between their mathematical understanding and the real world. This is what our Monday homework looks like. We're going to focus first on goal number 1, students beginning to solve operations with missing values, which is always very tricky. Key to this understanding is the inverse relationship with numbers. Let me show you what I mean. For example, 4 multiplied by 3 equals 12. 3 multiplied by 4 equals 12 as well. And then I can flip it around and I can say 12 divided by 3 equals 4. And I can also say 12 divided by 4 equals 3. This is the inverse relationship between these three numbers, and it is very, very important students understand this. Let's have a look at some of the misconceptions students may have. We'll start with subtraction and addition. If I've got something like 2 plus something equaling 5, what I want to do is I want to take that something, I'll take that missing value and I'll put it on the equals side, the other side of the equals, and I'll obviously bring the 5 across. Now, some students may do this. They may just do a direct swap. That's of course not going to work. With 5 being the product of 2 and something, I need 5 being the largest value to be what we are having taken away. So, for instance, 5, the biggest value, take away 2, is going to equal 3. And then I found my missing value. In multiplication and division, it's similar, but just a little bit trickier. 3 multiplied by something equals 12. Key to this is understanding what a factor and a multiple is. So obviously 3 multiplied by our missing value are the two factors, and the multiple is 12. When it comes to changing that over, obviously we need to change it from multiplication to division. In this case, students may do this, 3 divided by 12. That is not reasonable. I'm not going to divide one of my factors by a multiple. I'm going to do it the other way. I want to divide my multiple by one of my factors. It's not reasonable. We're not going to have that happen. So for instance, 12 divided by 3 equaling 4 is exactly what we want. And then we found our missing value. We can help students visualize this by doing something like 3 multiplied by something equals 12. Get them to draw out the 3. Multiplied by question mark, how many groups are we talking about? And get them to draw a nice neat array of 12. And then we can get them to circle the groups of 3. In this case here, you'll see clearly that there are 4 groups of 3. It helps them visualize and understand what's going on in the problem. Students also need to help make links between their mathematical understanding and the real world, because numbers work in the real world, not just on paper. So we're going to look at solving the operation first. So going through the steps that I just showed you to solve the operation, then we're going to come up with a story. Now, I would like it if the students can write a full story of a problem that has been solved. So in this case you might do, I worked 4.5 hours in the local coffee shop. I got paid $6 per hour. In total I earned $27. Students need to sometimes get a hand to make a link. So in this case, I'd tell them, use money, like I just did. The example that I just showed you is always an easy one. You could get them to use time. They're quite familiar with time. You could talk about people. For instance, in this case, I had zombies. So you might have some zombies walking down the street. I've got 7 zombies, 4 of them fall into the sewer. How many zombies do I have left? Etc. for a bit of fun. And also we can do measurements. So we could do how much ribbon that you had, and you cut a certain amount of ribbon off. That's our Monday homework. Good luck with it.